Hey, everybody. Hey, happy midday moment. Hi there. Hi, replay people. I heart each of you, all of our replay people. I heart you. Peekaboo to the replay people. As we give a minute for live people to join us. Welcome to the Midday Moment, everybody. If this is your first time joining us, I'm your host, Dr. Davina Jones. The Midday Moment is the place where we expect great things. And we expect great things not because we ignore the questions of our day, not because we ignore the challenges of our day. We expect great things because we recognize that we are both fully human and fully divine. And in our fully human selves, we got stuffs. Out of the heart flows all of these issues, all of these dramas, dramatic situations. They come from us. And so within ourselves, or we believe that we are, as individuals, we are both fully human with stuffs, and we are fully divine with other stuffs, with divine stuffs. We are fully equipped. For God is able to do exceeding abundantly above all we can ever ask or think. It doesn't say ever, it says all we can ask or think. According to the power in us. So we are both fully human and fully divine. We're full of human stuffs and full of divine stuffs to address all the human stuffs. So the Midday Moment is designed to help you tap into your divine. Because when you tap into your divine, baby, you tap into your river of hope, your river of peace, your river of answers. All right? And so we welcome you to be with us today. Come on, OGs. It's time for the Midday Moment. Come on, y'all. It's time for the Midday Moment. Yes. It's time for the Midday Moment. Oh, whoa, it's time. Yes, right here in the middle of the day. I'm expecting great things. Yes, I'm expecting great things. Oh, I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. Yes, we not only expect, but when we tap into the divine, it also allows us to create the great things that we're expecting. I'm creating great things in my home and in my life. I'm creating great things. That's why we're tapping into the divine. All around me, yeah. I'm creating great things. Oh, eyes may not see, but I choose to believe. You may not see, but I choose to believe. They may not see, but I choose to believe. Sometimes I don't always see. I choose to believe. Ooh, I believe in great things. Yay! All right, everybody, say thank you, theme song. Thank you, theme song. All right. And theme song says you are welcome. That is Priscilla Hilliard's Great Things. The OGs have voted for that to be our theme song. It's been our theme song since we started the Midday Moment in my backyard, right at the height of the pandemic. I was in the backyard teaching because I refused to just sit around the house doing nothing but watching the news. And so we started school in the backyard, and I started going live right around the noon hour because my school ended at noon. I prepped for school at 8 a.m. in the backyard, 8:30. Everybody was out of the house in the backyard at 9 o'clock for school, and we ended at 12. And I had taught enough by then, and I started going live, just encouraging people in the middle of the day. And we've decided to keep it going. This is a part of a larger network called Kingdom, and we have a menu of Kingdom inspirations for you. And so I put the different commercials on our Midday Moment Facebook page so that you can see the menu options and be inspired in various ways. Okay. All right. So we've begun to, from time to time, and it looks like it's going to be a little bit of our routine here, where we have study tools, and we finished one for the season of Lent, and now we're doing another one. And again, in this, I'm not by myself doing the Midday Moment. We're part of a larger network. And within our network, we have so many different gifted speakers, teachers, teachers, speakers, leaders. And so one of our primary leaders, presiding prelate, has several books that we continue to grow with and write more of. And sometimes we write together. He invites us to write and co-write and co-author and all of that. And so this time we're studying out of this particular book. It's just that simple. So we invite you to get a copy of it. You can do so by emailing Dr. Pulley at doctorpulley at gmail.com. All right. So you can email and get a copy of the book. It's just that simple. It's birthed out of the concept that in various faiths, as well as the Christian faith, which we practice a variation of, we often make it easy to come in. You know, you're welcome. You're so welcome. We're so nice. We give you candies and treats as you come to visit us, give you visitor packets and all that stuff. And then when we talk about what does it take to experience and be dedicated to this faith practice, sometimes it gets a little, complicated and dogmatic. And so this book is about simplifying your, not just your entrance, your accepting to practice this faith and our version of Christianity, but also the journey of it. It's simple. Love God, love yourself, love everybody. That's it. Love God. It's my water. Love God, love yourself, and love everybody else. That's it. Love God, learn to love yourself, and share the love with everybody else. And so everything that we're doing, it's expounding on that simplicity. All right. So today we're on page 7 in the book, and we're on the section called the standards set by the 10 Commandments. Now, a lot of people are familiar with the 10 Commandments, okay, from the Old Testament. The first 4 of those commandments speak to your relationship with God, with Creator. Do not have any other gods before me. Do not make any graven images. Do not use the name of the Lord in vain. Remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. All right. The other commandments, the other 6, are about your relationship with people. It's about us and how we relate to each other. Okay. And then in Matthew 22, the disciples, I always say the disciples, there's a question because I think it's the Sadducees that asked the question. In Matthew 22, Jesus is asked, how about I say it that way so I don't say the wrong person. But in Matthew 22, Jesus is asked, what is the greatest commandment? Which one of these is the most important one? Is it, don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal? Which one of these do I really, really need to, let me see. But when the Pharisees had heard that they had put the Sadducees to silence, they were gathered together. Then one of them, which is a lawyer, asked the question. Okay, there you go. So one of the lawyers from the group of Pharisees asked the question, which is the most important? All right. And which of these 10 is the most important? As a standard, which of these 10? And Jesus said, y'all done missed it. Y'all done missed it. It's not about which of the 10 is important. It's about the meaning behind the 10. And what is the meaning behind the 10? To love the Lord your God with all your heart and love your neighbor as you love yourself. And literally, you have to grammatically then put that in order. It says, love your neighbor as you love yourself, which means you can't love your neighbor beyond how you love yourself. And that's why we interpret that as the order of love God, love self, and then love others. Now, here are my Jones jewels, and then we got to go. The Jones jewels are going to be really those 3 things. Number 1, love God. The reason why you cheat and steal, sleep with other people's wives, and sleep with other people's husbands, the reason why you do that, the reason why we sometimes do that, the reason why we do that is because we're not trusting in the love of God that is abundant. You don't trust that God's love is abundant enough to give you your own special candy. You don't trust that the love of God is abundant enough to give you your heart's desire, so you steal it. You don't trust the love of God is abundant enough to provide for you what you truly desire. So you rob for it. You lie about it. You cheat. You cheat people out of money or whatever. You cheat, you lie, and you steal. The enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. The enemy is the inner you, the part of you that is not in love. That's what we call. I know y'all think devil is an entity over there. Devil is the part of you that refuses love. That's devil, the refusal of love. And so when you refuse love, you go about the earth seeking whom you can devour. You roam about the earth lying, cheating, and stealing because you don't believe in the love of God that is abundant enough to provide to you a husband, a wife, a car legally, a job legally. So you sleep your way to the top, or you manipulate people around things. Your standard is to be rooted in love. That was the whole purpose of these 10, to love God and love your neighbor as you love yourself. And the challenge in loving God is to believe in the abundance of God. Because when you believe in the abundance of God, you don't do this. You don't commit adultery. You don't kill. You don't steal. You don't bear false witness. And you don't covet. Why? Because I believe in the love of God that is abundant enough to supply all of my needs, to address all of my concerns that I have. That is the abundance of God. And so when you don't believe in that, okay, all right. When you don't believe, I got an appointment. Ooh, yes, in 2 minutes. When you don't believe in that, you lie, cheating yourself. Okay, that's Jones rule number 1. Jones rule number 2 is loving yourself. When you believe in the abundance of God, you allow that abundant love of God to become an abundant love of self, called self-respect. And so when you embrace a sense of self-respect, loving yourself through the eyes of God, that is abundant. You see yourself abundant. You see yourself full. You see yourself the way God sees you, fearfully and wonderfully made. And when you see yourself in that light, it's certain you have a standard about yourself. When you embrace the fact that you are truly fearfully and wonderfully made, you then have a standard about yourself. And it's just certain things that you begin to avoid. I know sometimes it's a journey. I didn't say you automatically. I said you begin, you learn, you get a discipline, you begin to make conscious and decisive choices. Why? I'm better than that. No, 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 no. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. You can call it bougie. You can call it a diva. You can call it whatever you want. You can even call it think you're better than. I think I'm better than. You can call it if you want to. That's not what I said. That's what you said. It's not that I think I'm better than the person. That's because I'm supposed to be in my next meeting. I got to go. It's not that I'm better than the person. I'm better than that situation. I'm sitting down here eating with the pigs because I didn't know who I was. But as I come to myself in the abundant love of God that allows me to see myself abundantly, then I have a standard about myself. And when you have a standard about yourself, then you have a standard about me. It's certain things that I'm not going to do to you because I don't do it to me. I have a standard about how I treat you because I have a standard of how I treat myself, because I'm aware of a standard of how God loves me. God treats me abundantly. So I treat myself abundantly and I treat you abundantly. Now it's up to you to treat yourself abundantly. And it's up to you to receive the abundance I offer, because I'm not going to beg you. Okay? I'm going to offer. You say no, thank you, no problem. I'll take it back with me. The standard is love. So I love myself. I love God. I love God. And I trust in the abundance of God. And because I love God and see God abundantly, I love myself abundantly. And I'm able to share abundance with you. I love y'all. God bless you. God be you. Take care, everybody. All right. Gotta go.